Book review, book review, book review, book review.
Nightmare, 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 nightmare.
Does somebody say book review? Yeah, you better prepare your virginity because today we're gonna go deep. We're gonna be taking a look at this brand new hot off the presses John Carey and Friends book. This book claims to be a collection of incredible effects from contributors around the world, including me, PigCake. That's right, look at that. I'm in the book. I made it. So obviously I'm gonna be giving this a very favorable review because, well, I'm in it. I mean, why would I give myself a bad review? I mean, I'm inside the book. But in this video, hopefully I'm going to convince you to at least check it out because it's a good book. It's a great book. It's a combination of a lot of good ideas. I'm going to talk about some specific ideas from the book and why I think that it's something that you should at least consider. Old man yelling at the clouds here, but I'm always talking about the importance of books. When it comes to reading something from a book, it's going to be way different than seeing it on video. When you read the book, you're putting in your own way of performing whatever it is that you're reading. It's based on your knowledge and your way of interpreting the words you read on the page. Meanwhile, when you watch a video, even if you're not trying, you're going to emulate the performer. You're going to copy them to some capacity. You don't necessarily have to think about it, but you are going to copy them because it's a visual form. It's their part of the actual process itself. You see it, and then you're going to try to copy it. Whereas with a book, you put in your own way of performing, and it becomes something ultimately unique. And it's no different with this. As I was running through the pages, obviously the whole premise of the book is that John Carey has put in a lot of his own ideas and then gotten a lot of contributors from around the world to put in tricks, ideas, moves, and sleights. And the book itself is 280 pages of that. And let me tell you, there's one thing they bash you in the head with, John Carey, is variety. You get nothing but variety with this book. Just by the very nature of you having a bunch of contributors around, you're going to have different takes on different styles of magic. You're going to have coin work. You're going to have mentalism. You're going to have card work. You're going to have tricks that are prepared. You're going to have impromptu tricks. You're going to have things that require a little bit of effort. You're going to have self-working tricks. Throughout the book, John Carey does leave little QR codes leading to certain ideas and moves and sleights of his own, and I think those are also solid gold. John Carey is one of those names in magic that is synonymous with a lot of impact with pretty much no effort. His handling for a lot of tricks are very dumbed down in terms of methodology, but they don't compromise on effect. I told you the virginity was deep with this one. As I was reading through the book, I kept finding myself saying to myself, damn, that's a good idea. People like Phil Smith, Sean Devine, George McBride, Cameron Francis, Rick Holcomb, John Gustafaro. There's so much different takes on magic in this book that it's definitely worth you at least checking it out. And I'm saying that even in the midst of the campaign still being active for the PigCake Missing Piece deck of playing cards that you should check out in the link in the description section below. I believe there's 10 days left at the time of this shooting, and well, you should check it out because it's my first deck of playing cards, and if you support it, well, I love you very long time. So look at the link in the description section and consider funding the campaign. One of my favorite bits here is from Raj Maddock, where he has a twist on the classic Tequila Hustler plot. This is a great trick where you have the participant hold an object in their hand, and just by asking them a couple questions, you know exactly which hand it is. It's a wonderful method. Mark Elston really knocked it out the park with that particular thing. But you can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong with a book like this just because of the varied assortment of tricks. I think that even if you get 2 or 3 things, the book is worth it, and you're going to be able to come back and pick up little different things, come up with variations, as I've been doing, and it's definitely worth a pickup, at least in my opinion. Now, obviously, your boy's biased because I contributed some stuff to it. I contributed a long-distance riffle force, my take on Max Maven's prediction trick. I think I added something a little bit better than the original methodology, gives the participant more choice. And also an invisible card trick, not an invisible deck trick, an invisible card trick I contributed. And as I'm reading myself, I have to say I'm pretty funny. For example, after the conclusion of the trick, smile mischievously as you soil your pants openly and loudly. Then have them pick the other pile, placing it on top of the current pile. As you can see, this handling allows the participant freedom in all aspects of the selection procedure and is more exciting than a root canal colonoscopy. But it's definitely worthwhile. If you're interested in this sort of stuff, I'm going to be leaving a link to the description section below where you can pick up the book as well as check out the Kickstarter campaign. And it's one of those things that you really can't go wrong, and I think that's by design. Just because of the variety there, even if you don't necessarily like a certain individual's work, you just have so much variety that you're going to be able to find something that you're going to be able to work on and then modify to your liking. Or even take as is and already add it to your existing repertoire. Some advice at the end of the video. I like to usually give bits and business at the ends of the video that are improvised, just little bits, you know, things that could help you out through your life, not just magic life, but in real life. So I like to do these in one take too, because it lets people know my skill when it comes to thinking on my feet, when it comes to certain things, right? Books, I guess. This is a good bit of advice for books. When it comes to books, you want to make sure that you use them, you abuse them. I've heard a lot of people saying, oh, you're really diminishing the value of the book by writing in it. No, it's your book, right? Take it, write it, annotate it, and you're going to see that you're going to be able to come back to it, see your annotations, and then that's going to help you exponentially later on. And that could work for any book, not just necessarily a magic book. So these dumb idiots that would tell me, oh no, what are you marking up your book for? That's going to ruin the value. What am I going to resell it? What am I going to put it on eBay and sell it for fucking 12 bucks? Come on, be better, all right? Nobody's going to buy a magic book that I touched. So when it comes to that, use the book like you would a whore.
I see you again, when I see you again, when I see you again, when I see you again. When I see you again, when I see you again, when I see you again.